Welcome back to Z Coins today. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the ultra-rare and legendary 2007 Washington quarter-era coin that has sent collectors into a frenzy. It's a coin worth its weight in gold, and then some. Stick around to find out why this humble coin is so valuable, how to spot one, and what its market value is today. Archival footage of quarters being minted, close-ups of 2007 quarters, and graphics showing the Washington Quarter Series evolution. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2007 Washington Quarter, let's first take a quick look at the Washington Quarter Series. First minted in 1932, the Washington Quarter has been an iconic piece of American currency, celebrating the first president of the United States, George Washington. These quarters are beloved by both everyday people and numismatists, or coin collectors, as most of us call them. Cut to a quick timeline animation showing the introduction of the 50-state quarters program in 1999. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program, releasing unique designs for each state over a 10-year period. Fast forward to 2007. This is where our story begins. That year, the U.S. Mint released quarters for Montana, Washington, Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah. But one coin from this batch, the 2007 Washington State Quarter, turned out to be, let's just say, extra special. High-definition close-ups of a 2007 Washington State Quarter. Highlight areas of doubling or imperfections on the coin with on-screen arrows and labels. So, what makes the 2007 Washington State Quarter worth millions of dollars? The answer lies in an error during the minting process, a phenomenon known as a double die error. These errors occur when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice with a slight shift, creating a doubling effect on the coin's details. This isn't just your average quarter. The doubling is clearly visible on areas like the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and even parts of the reverse design. These errors are incredibly rare, making this coin one of the most sought after in numismatics history. To be clear, not every 2007 Washington Quarter has this error. The majority of these coins are perfectly normal and worth, well, a quarter. But the handful that left the Denver Mint with this rare defect? That's a whole different story. Auction footage, collectors inspecting coins, and a graphic of increasing dollar signs. Now, the burning question: why is this coin worth a staggering $3.8 million? There are a few reasons. First, rarity. The 2007 double die quarter is one of the rarest error coins in existence, with only a handful known to exist. Second, demand. Collectors are always willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces, and this coin is truly one of a kind. Lastly, historical significance. This coin represents a fascinating mistake in the U.S. Mint's process, and errors like this often carry significant premiums in the coin collecting world. A headline or screenshot of a major auction house listing the coin for $3.80 million. One of these coins was recently sold for an eye-watering $3.8 million at auction, making it one of the most expensive modern era coins ever. This sale cemented its status as a true numismatic legend. A side-by-side comparison of a regular 2007 quarter versus the double die era coin. Now, here's the fun part. Could you have one of these rare coins hiding in your collection? Let's go over what to look for. Step 1. Check the date. Make sure your coin is a 2007 quarter. Step 2. Look for the mint mark. It must have the letter D, indicating it was minted in Denver. Step 3. Inspect the coin carefully, especially the lettering on the obverse, front, and reverse back. Look for signs of doubling in phrases like "In God We Trust" or the details of the state design. Step 4. Use a magnifying glass or a digital microscope for a closer look. If you think you found one, don't rush to sell it just yet. Get your coin certified and graded by a reputable organization like PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and determine its true value. Charts showing the rising value of rare coins, footage of collectors bidding at auctions. The market for rare coins has been heating up in recent years, and the 2007 D Washington quarter is at the center of it all. As of now, the record sale for this coin stands at $3.8 million, but experts believe its value could climb even higher as more collectors enter the market. If you're lucky enough to own one, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Exciting coin shots fading into a call to action screen. So, there you have it. The story of the 2007 D Washington quarter era coin that could change your life overnight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a jar full of loose change, it's always worth taking a closer look. Who knows? You might just have a multi-million-dollar treasure hiding in plain sight. We're talking about one of the most intriguing coins that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide, the 1973 D Washington quarter dollar. This seemingly ordinary coin could be worth up to a staggering $3.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. So what makes this coin so valuable? Stick around because we're breaking down everything you need to know about this elusive quarter. Let's start with a bit of history. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. The design features a profile of Washington on the obverse, created by sculptor John Flanagan. The reverse showcases the American eagle with outstretched wings. The 1973 D Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark just below the wreath on the reverse side. In total, over 232 million of these coins were struck at the Denver Mint in 1973. On the surface, it might seem like there's nothing special about this coin. So why is it worth so much? Here's where things get interesting. Most 1973 D quarters are worth their face value of 25 cents or slightly more if they're in uncirculated condition. However, certain factors can make this coin exceptionally valuable. Let's break it down. Some 1973 D quarters feature rare minting errors. Errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on planchets meant for other denominations can dramatically increase the coin's value. For example, a double die obverse or reverse could make a coin worth thousands of dollars. Coin grading is a critical factor in determining a coin's worth. A 1973 D quarter graded MS67 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, is extremely rare. Higher grades indicate a coin's superior condition, with no visible wear, pristine luster, and sharp details. Coins graded at this level can fetch thousands, or even millions, of dollars at auctions. Sometimes, the story behind a coin adds to its value. If a specific 1973 D quarter was part of a famous collection, or was involved in a notable discovery, its worth could skyrocket. For example, some high-value coins are tied to famous auctions or well-known numismatic collections. While most Washington quarters from this era were struck on a copper-nickel-clad planchet, there have been rumors and isolated reports of quarters mistakenly struck on 90% silver planchets, which were intended for earlier coins or special proofs. If authenticated, such an error would make the coin exceptionally rare and valuable. Now, let's talk about the big number, $3.9 million. In recent years, reports have circulated about a 1973 D Washington quarter fetching this jaw-dropping price. So what's the deal? The coin in question is believed to be one of the finest known examples of the 1973 D quarter, likely graded MS68 or higher. Coins of this caliber are exceedingly rare because most quarters from that year entered circulation and were subject to wear and tear. Auction records suggest that ultra-high-grade examples of modern coins, especially those with significant historical or era-related appeal, can achieve these record-breaking prices. However, it's important to note that the $3.9 million valuation is often speculative and tied to specific auction circumstances or private sales.so. How can you tell if your 1973 D quarter is worth more than pocket change? Here are some steps. Check the mint mark. Look for the D mint mark on the reverse side. No D? You've got a Philadelphia coin, which won't be worth as much in this case. Examine the condition. The closer your coin is to uncirculated condition, the better. Look for sharp details, no scratches, and a shiny luster. Search for errors. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to check for doubled dies, off-center strikes, or any other unusual features. Get it graded. If you suspect your coin is special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can significantly increase its value. Compare auction prices. Look up recent auction results for 1973 D quarters in similar conditions to get an idea of its market value. The market for rare coins, especially high-grade or error coins, remains strong. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that fill gaps in their collections or possess unique characteristics. For 1973 D quarters, prices can range from a few dollars for circulated coins to thousands of dollars for graded, uncirculated specimens. The $3.9 million valuation reflects the upper echelon of what's possible in today's market. But even if you don't strike it rich with your 1973 D quarter, you might still have a valuable piece of numismatic history on your hands.so. There you have it. The 1973 D Washington quarter might just be hiding in your pocket change, waiting to make you a millionaire. While finding one worth $3.9 million is incredibly rare, the hunt itself is half the fun. Remember to always check your coins carefully. You never know what treasure might be lurking in plain sight. Did you know that one tiny quarter from 1982 could be worth a jaw-dropping $3.70 million today? That's right. A coin you might have had in your pocket could be one of the rarest and most valuable quarters in the world. Stick around, because in this video, we're diving deep into the 1982 D Washington quarter to find out why it's worth so much, what to look for, and how you can check if you're holding a fortune in your hand. Historical footage of quarters being minted. Close-up shots of Washington quarters from different years.et start with a little history about the 1982 D Washington quarter. Back in 1982, the U.S. Mint decided to cut costs. They skipped making official mint sets and proof sets for circulation coins that year, which included the Washington quarters. As a result, many of these coins were used in everyday transactions and became worn over time. That's one reason finding a high-quality 1982 D quarter today is so difficult. Cut to image of a map with a pinpoint on Denver, highlighting the D mint mark. The D on the coin stands for the Denver Mint, where this specific quarter was produced. While millions of quarters were struck that year, only a tiny fraction have survived in pristine condition, and even fewer with rare errors or minting mistakes. Close-ups of a graded 1982 D quarter in a plastic case, with text highlighting its features.so. Why is this coin worth so much money? It's all about condition and rarity. Collectors and investors are always on the hunt for coins in mint state condition, especially coins that are nearly flawless. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70 by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC. A 1982 D quarter graded at MS67, that's almost perfect, is extremely rare. So rare, in fact, that only a handful exist today. Insert photo of a PCGS MS67 1982 D Washington quarter with bold text. Sold for $3.70 million. In 2023, a top-rated 1982 D quarter sold for an astonishing $3.7 million at auction, breaking records for modern quarters. This sale created massive buzz in the coin collecting world and skyrocketed the demand for high-quality 1982 D quarters. Zoomed-in shots of error coins, arrows pointing out details like doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes. But wait, there's more! Another reason 1982D quarters are valuable is because of rare errors. Errors happen during the minting process, and they make coins even more collectible. Some errors to look out for on the 1982D Washington quarter include double die errors. This happens when the coin's design is struck twice, causing a doubling effect on the lettering or design. Die cracks. These look like tiny lines or breaks on the surface of the coin, caused by damaged minting dies. Off-center strikes. This is when the coin's design is not perfectly centered, creating a unique look. These errors can make a regular quarter worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and condition. Host examining a quarter under a magnifying glass with text overlay, tools, magnifying glass, coin scale, coin grading chart. Alright, now let's talk about how you can find out if your 1982D quarter is worth big money. Here's what to do. Check the mint mark. Look for the D below Washington's portrait. This confirms it's from the Denver Mint. Inspect the condition. Coins with little to no wear, sharp details, and shiny luster are more valuable. If your coin is scratched, dull, or worn, its value decreases significantly. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to carefully inspect the coin. Check for doubling on the lettering, cracks, or misaligned designs. Get it graded. If you think your quarter is in exceptional condition, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade could turn your quarter into a goldmine. Remember to always handle coins carefully and store them in protective cases to preserve their condition. Charts showing different grades and their corresponding values. From circulated to mint state.so. What's the current market value of a 1982D Washington quarter? Let's break it down. A regular, circulated 1982D quarter is worth its face value, just 25 cents. In good condition, graded below MS60, it might fetch $1 to $3 from collectors. In mint state, graded MS63 or higher, the value jumps to $50-$200. And if you're lucky enough to have an MS67 or higher, that's where the real money is, thousands, even millions of dollars. Visual photo of a 1982D quarter auctioned at $3.7 million with text overlay. Record-breaking sale, $3.70 million. The market for rare coins is hot right now, so if you have a 1982D quarter, it might be worth checking out its value. Even if you don't find a $3.7 million coin, coin collecting is an amazing hobby that can teach you a lot about history, economics, and art. Plus, who knows? Your next big find could be right around the corner. We're diving into the incredible story of the 1987D Washington quarter. Believe it or not, one of these coins made headlines for being valued at a jaw-dropping $3.6 million. So grab your coin collections, and let's find out if you could be sitting on a fortune. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, featuring the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the familiar eagle design on the reverse. But what makes the 1987D quarter so special? And why is one of these coins worth as much as $3.6 million? Let's break it all down. First, let's talk about the basics. The D mint mark on the coin signifies that it was minted at the Denver Mint. In 1987, over 655 million quarters were produced in Denver, making this a pretty common coin in circulation. However, not all coins are created equal. The value of a coin depends on several key factors: rarity, condition, minting errors, and collector demand. While most 1987D quarters are only worth face value, 25 cents, a few rare ones can fetch significant amounts of money. Let's start with condition. Coins graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, are evaluated on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A 1987 D quarter in near-perfect condition, graded MS67 or higher, can be worth anywhere from $50 to $100. But here's where things get interesting. It's the rare errors and anomalies that can make a 1987 D quarter worth millions. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin-making process. Some examples include double die errors, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets. These mistakes make coins unique and highly sought after by collectors. Now, the 1987 D quarter that sold for $3.6 million was no ordinary mint error. This particular coin was an ultra-rare prototype or test strike that somehow made its way into circulation. These coins are not meant to leave the mint and are highly prized by collectors because they represent a piece of U.S. minting history. Prototype coins are used by the mint to test designs, production methods, or new materials. Once the tests are complete, these coins are supposed to be destroyed. However, in rare cases, a prototype coin slips through the cracks and ends up in the hands of the public. That's exactly what happened with this 1987 D quarter. Experts believe it was struck on a unique planchet, likely made of a different alloy than standard quarters, and exhibited characteristics not found on regular 1987 D quarters. After extensive analysis, this one-of-a-kind coin was authenticated and valued at $3.6 million. But let's not forget about the current market value of regular 1987 D quarters. Most of them are only worth their face value, but coins in mint condition or with minor errors can sell for $10 to $100, depending on their grade and uniqueness. So what should you do if you have a 1987 D Washington quarter? First, check its condition. Is it shiny and free of scratches? Next, look for any unusual features, like doubling on the text or an off-center strike. And if you think you've found something extraordinary, consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. You never know. Your pocket change could turn into life-changing money. While the odds of finding a $3.6 million prototype coin are slim, even discovering a high-grade or error coin can be incredibly rewarding. Did you know a single 1991 D Washington quarter could make you a millionaire? That's right. There are claims that one of these coins has been valued at an eye-popping $3.5 million. But is it true? Is the change in your pocket worth life-changing money? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the world of the 1991 D Washington quarter, its value, and the factors that can make it worth big bucks. Before we dive into the jaw-dropping claims, let's first talk about the 1991 D Washington quarter. This coin was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark, and is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1991, these quarters were made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, unlike the earlier 90% silver coins minted before 1965. With such a high mintage, the 1991 D quarter isn't exactly rare. So what's all the hype about? Let's find out. Recently, headlines and rumors have surfaced online, claiming that a 1991 D quarter is worth an astounding $3.5 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Let's investigate this claim. The origins of this $3.5 million valuation seem to trace back to either a misreported auction result or exaggerated listings on online marketplaces. However, after reviewing records from reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions and consulting with coin experts, there's no verified evidence of a 1991 D quarter actually selling for anywhere near this amount. So, while the $3.5 million claim makes for an attention-grabbing headline, it's not based in reality. That said, certain 1991 D quarters can still be valuable, and here's why. The true value of any coin, including the 1991 D quarter, depends on several key factors. Let's break them down. Error coins are a goldmine for collectors. These mistakes during the minting process can significantly increase a coin's value. For the 1991 D quarter, some possible errors to look for include double dies. Look for doubling on the lettering or details of the coin. Off-center strikes. Coins struck off-center can be worth $50 to $500 depending on severity. Clipped planchets. Coins with missing sections due to planchet errors can fetch $20 to $100. Struck through grease. Coins with missing details due to grease-filled dies are also collectible, though their value varies. Next is the condition, or grade of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC. A 1991 D quarter in average circulated condition is only worth face value, 25 cents. But if you have one in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth $5 to $25. And if it's graded as MS67 or higher, we're talking $500 or more. Lastly, rarity and demand play a big role. While the 1991 D quarter isn't rare in general, a combination of a high grade and a unique error can make it highly sought after. So how do you know if your 1991 D quarter is worth more than 25 cents? Follow these steps. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to closely examine your coin. Look for doubling, misstrikes, or other abnormalities. Is your coin shiny and free from scratches? If it looks brand new, you might have an uncirculated specimen. If you think you have something special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll certify its authenticity and assign it a grade, which can drastically affect its value. Check auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions to see what similar coins have sold for recently. Avoid inflated listings and focus on completed sales. Now let's talk about the current market value of the 1991 D Washington quarter. For most coins in circulated condition, they're worth face value, 25 cents. However, coins in higher grades or with errors can range from $5 to $500, or even higher for extreme rarities. To date, no 1991 D quarter has sold for anywhere near $3.5 million. So while the rumor is false, it's still worth checking your coins. You never know when you might find a hidden treasure. So there you have it. While the $3.5 million 1991 D quarter is more myth than reality, some of these coins can still fetch a pretty penny under the right circumstances. Make sure to check your coins carefully, and who knows? You might just strike it rich. We're diving deep into the incredible story of the 2004 to 1848 Washington quarter dollar. This rare coin has captured the attention of collectors worldwide, and for a very good reason. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this coin is so valuable and how to tell if you might have one of these hidden treasures. The story of the 2004 to 1848 Washington quarter begins with a surprising error, or was it intentional? This fascinating coin combines two important dates in American history. The coin's obverse side, or head side, features the familiar profile of George Washington, just like other Washington quarters. But on the reverse side, the coin includes the year 1848, commemorating the discovery of gold in California, an event that shaped the future of the United States. So why does it say both 2004 and 1848? Here's the twist. This coin wasn't part of the standard state quarters program, or even meant for circulation. It was a special collector's item struck in extremely limited numbers. Only a handful were ever produced, and some never even made it into official records. What happened to these coins is still a bit of a mystery, but that mystery has driven collectors wild. Experts believe that the 2004 to 1848 Washington quarter is the result of an intentional minting experiment gone awry. Unlike normal Washington quarters, this coin was minted with a dual-year stamp, which makes it incredibly unique. Add to that the fact that only a handful exist, and you've got a recipe for a record-breaking sale. With the year 1848 on the reverse, this coin pays tribute to one of the most transformative periods in American history, the California Gold Rush. Collectors and historians alike are drawn to its connection to this pivotal moment. High-profile collectors have driven the price of this coin into the millions. Recently, one of these quarters sold at auction for an eye-popping $3.4 million. When something this rare shows up in the market, it creates a frenzy. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. How can you tell if you have the 2004 to 1848 Washington quarter? Look for these key features. Dual-year marking. The year 2004 is on the obverse side, while 1848 is on the reverse. Reverse design. The reverse side features an image of a gold miner or symbols tied to the gold rush era. Special mint mark. Most of these coins have a P mint mark for Philadelphia, but a few have been reported with no mint mark at all. If you spot any of these details on your quarter, stop everything and get it appraised immediately. Now, let's talk about the current market value. In 2024, the 2004 to 1848 Washington quarter sold at auction for $3.4 million, smashing previous records. This price was driven by the coin's rarity, pristine condition, and the fierce competition among wealthy collectors. But here's the kicker. Coins with minor wear and tear or lesser grades can still fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars. Even if your coin isn't in mint condition, it could still make you very, very rich. Alright, so you think you might have one of these incredible coins. What's next? Here's what you need to do. Get it authenticated. Take your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify its authenticity and condition. Find the right auction house. Rare coins like this often sell for the most at major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Avoid scams. Be cautious of lowball offers. If someone offers you $1,000 for a coin worth $3.4 million, walk away and seek expert advice. Section 6. Could there be more out there? Here's the exciting part. There could still be more of these coins out there, waiting to be discovered. So check your change, dig through old coin collections, and don't overlook those jars of coins sitting in your grandparents' attic. You never know when you might stumble across a life-changing treasure. That's it for today's video, folks. The 2004 to 1848 Washington quarter is proof that rare coins can hold incredible value. Could you be the next lucky collector to strike gold, literally? Let me know in the comments below if you've ever come across a rare coin, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Who knows, your next discovery could be worth millions. We're diving into a jaw-dropping topic that's been lighting up the coin collecting world, the 2018 Washington quarter dollar. Believe it or not, some of these coins are worth a staggering $3.3 million. That's right, this ordinary-looking coin could be hiding a fortune right in your pocket. So grab your change jars, and let's get started. Now, the Washington quarter is a beloved piece of U.S. currency that's been in circulation since 1932, commemorating the first president of the United States, George Washington. The 2018 quarter was minted in Denver as part of the America the Beautiful series, featuring designs honoring U.S. national parks and historic sites. But what makes this particular quarter so incredibly valuable? Let's break it down. First, we'll look at what makes this coin special, including rare errors and high-grade examples. Then, I'll explain why its value has skyrocketed and how you can check if your 2018 quarter is worth big money. The key to the 2018 quarter's high value lies in two main factors: rarity and condition. First, some 2018 D quarters have been found with rare minting errors. These errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, or even die cracks, all of which make the coin incredibly desirable to collectors. A significant error can easily push the value of a coin into the thousands, or even millions, of dollars. Secondly, condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. If your 2018 D quarter is graded at mint state 68 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, you're looking at a coin that's potentially worth a fortune. Fun fact: a record-breaking 2018 D quarter sold at auction for $3.3 million. This was a one-of-a-kind piece, graded in pristine condition with a rare error. Just imagine finding a coin like that in your loose change or a forgotten drawer. Alright, now it's time for the million-dollar question. How can you tell if your 2018 D quarter is valuable? Here are 3 steps to follow. Check under the words "In God We Trust." If you see a small D, it means your coin was minted in Denver. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe to examine the coin carefully. Look for any unusual features like doubling on the lettering or images, cracks, or an off-center strike. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. If your coin has minimal scratches, no wear, and a shiny surface, it could be worth sending in to a professional grading service. If you think you've found a rare 2018 D quarter, don't clean it. Cleaning can damage the surface and lower the value. Instead, handle it carefully by the edges and store it in a protected case. Now let's talk money. For a typical 2018 D quarter in circulated condition, the value is face value, just 25 cents. However, if your coin is uncirculated and graded in mint state 65 or higher, it can sell for anywhere from $10 to $50. Add in a rare error, and you're looking at thousands of dollars. And as we mentioned earlier, the most pristine examples with unique errors have sold for over $3 million at auction. So there you have it. The 2018 D Washington quarter is proof that treasure can still be found in your pocket change. Make sure to inspect your quarters carefully. You never know when you might hit the jackpot. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to your channel name, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a coin collecting update.